Alright, hello people. I'm the dude as usual, and this is Let's Play Everquest. What is Everquest? Everquest is an old MMO that came out in 1999, but they're still releasing content for it to this day. They have a new expansion coming out at the end of this year, sometime later in this year, which is ridiculous. This MMO's been going for 12 years and still counting. It is an MMO, and I plan to do this over an extended period of time, which means it's inevitably going to be grindy. I'm going to try to minimize the grind by, well, I can't really help it here in the early levels. Once I get to where I can actually go into dungeons, I'm going to minimize the grind by exploring. That's going to be the goal of this Let's Play, to explore every zone in EverQuest. So yeah, there's about 1 million zones in EverQuest because there's 12 expansions worth of content. I'm probably not going to get through all of them, obviously, but that's the goal. I'm going to pick a level appropriate dungeon or zone or whatever and then explore it while killing things on the way. I decided to start out with a level 1 character. I do have leveled up characters. I'll be playing them too. It won't be just one character. I'll be bouncing back and forth. Spread over 2 accounts, I'll have one of every class. So you will see them all, every class in the game eventually. This one I'm starting with is a new one I just made. His name's Exploder, and he is a Froglock rogue. Froglocks used to be just enemies, and somewhere around expansion, I'm guessing here, maybe 10? Somewhere between 8, 10 probably, they added them in as a race. So this is one of the newer races. Froglocks, they're unique in the fact that their animations are really strange. As you can see, when he moves, he hops. No one else does anything like this. And their stance is really strange, the way they're hunched over. Their attack animations are odd. They're just different in general. Also, they have really cool idle animations. If he idles long enough, he'll lick a fly out of the air. That's one of his idle animations. The reason is I picked Froglock, I don't have one yet, and I wanted one, and they can play Rogue, and the reason I picked Rogue is, like I said, the objective of this Let's Play is more to explore than it is to just level up, and Rogue is the only class in the entire game that can instantaneously go invisible to living and undead at the same time, which makes him completely invisible. There's extremely few enemies that can see through Rogue and Viz. Actually, I think it's called Sneak and Hide. When you put them together, it makes it invisible, though, So that's why I have Rogue Froglock. Oh yeah, I'll show you my inventory real quick. I'm just gonna quickly go through the items. For anyone who's played the game, you can tell what the stats are. I'll go into stats later, I'm not gonna do it right now. Most of this stuff is all crap. Whenever I get to the right level to get Defiant gear, I will be switching to Defiant. I mean, I guess I could get Crude Defiant, but I'm going to skip it. This right here, this item is special. Most haste items go in the belt slot. Some of them don't. Some of them go into hand or other slots, but most of them are for the belt slot. This Flowing Black Silk Sash is one of the lowest haste items. What haste does is it gives you a mod to how fast you can swing your weapon when you're attacking an enemy. So everyone who does melee needs haste of some kind. This is a really low level haste item, so that's why I have it on. Also, I should mention I'm wearing almost full plate right now. A rogue does not usually wear plate. I think that's all the items. Also show you some of the potions. Their armor graphic is supposed to be chain, but you can get around that on a few pieces of equipment. Some of them are all. Even though it has a plate graphic, it might be all. That's not normal, though. I just did that because I happen to have these items in the bank. There's no other real reason. So later on, when I start upgrading, I won't have this graphic anymore. I'll have the chain graphic. Let's see what Glob has to say. This is an NPC. They look like the player races. They're not really distinguished in any particular way, other than when you hail them, they'll say something. You are not a troll. Be gone before I have to kill you. Okay, let's do that. I'd rather not get killed. That is a guard. I should have mentioned I'm in front of the Dark Elf City, not the Froglock City. The reason I'm doing the Neriak noob zone is because I like this zone. Out of the old world zones, this is probably my second favorite noob zone. My first favorite being the Kelethin area, the Tree City area. I can't do that on this guy and be able to sell and talk to the NPCs because they're good guys. They're all fucking rainbows and ponies and sunshine, whereas my guy's a backstabbing rogue who follows Inno Rook. Right there. And Inno Rook is pure evil. He's the most evil god in the game. So the people in Kelethin do not like me much. That is why I skipped over Kelethin. I will do Kelethin eventually, just not right now. Oh yeah, I should have mentioned, I have a merc. This guy right here. You can hire mercs in this game. I don't know how long they've been out. Quite a few expansions. They're basically like pets. They guard you, they attack things. If it's a healer, it'll heal you. If it's a mage, it will nuke things. This one's a rogue, just like me, so he'll backstab. I don't get backstabbed for another few levels, but that is rogue's claim to fame. They're basically a melee class that when you backstab gets massive amounts of damage in one shot. And backstab has about a 10-second cooldown, so they're very bursty. Every 10 seconds they'll get a huge chunk of damage. Yeah, see, he jumped behind him and he probably tried to backstab. I don't know if he gets backstabbed at this level or not. He might not have it either. The merc is the level you are, so this one's level 1. When I level up, he'll level up. I'm also going to try out other mercs. I've actually never used this orc rogue merc, so I don't know how good he is. I'm more or less testing him out. Some of the interface, if you right click a person, you'll see their items. These are my items. I right click myself on accident. If you right click a dead thing, it will bring up a loot window. If you right click the loot, you'll loot the loot and put it into your bags. It looks like a decaying skeleton attacked my merc. He's dead though. Occasionally things will drop money, and the money will be listed over in this window. Also, combat damage, hits, misses, spell damage, buffs you receive or cast, heals, all that stuff will be in this window right here. This is the combat window. Over here you'll see mostly chat and things like when I con something. Conning is telling you how hard your target is and whether or not it wants to kill you. To see that pyre beetle, which is what that was right there, indifferently means it's in the middle as far as faction goes, which means it doesn't want to kill me. I think KOS mobs, which means kill on sight, something that will attack you if you're in range. I think that starts at it's not ready to attack. There's one level below ready threatening. I think that starts at threatening. They'll attack you. Anything below threatening, they won't attack you. Like amiable, indifferent, friendly, all that stuff. If you see that here, it means they won't attack you. And the yellow, the reason the text is in yellow is because the fire beetle is a couple levels higher than I am. I'm still level 1, I think. Let's see. Yeah, I'm still level 1. The fire beetle is like level 2, 3, something like that. 4 maybe. That's what yellow means. If it's red, it means they're really high level. They're something like 5 or more levels higher than you, and they will probably kick your ass. Blue means they're a level or 2 below you. White means they are your level exactly. And green means they're quite a few levels below you. So it goes green, blue, white, yellow, red. I'm going to try and explain as much as I can in this first video about the mechanics. This is me. This is my health bar. This is my stamina bar. There's a little swords cross symbol here, and it's flashing because I'm in combat. I'm fighting something. I'm fighting this Aranide spider. I don't know how the hell you say that. This is the enemy window, what you're targeting, the target window. Right now I've got the guy I'm fighting targeted, although he's dead now, so it's gone. It tells you how much health they have. And again, it tells you what con they are. See, this is white. He's my level exactly. He's level 1. These are the hotkey buttons right here. I don't have many right now because I'm so low level. Later on, I'll have skill buttons like my backstab, and I have sneak up here. I'll have hide eventually. I'll have item clickies, stuff like that, bag slots, stuff like that will be on my hotkey window. Get off the corpse, you asshole. Stupid fucking orc, move. I'm gonna zoom in just to loot so I'm not clicking myself. When that message pops up, it means something's no drop. A no drop item means after you loot it, you can't give it away, you can't sell it. It's stuck in your inventory until you either use it for a quest or you destroy it. That's what no drop means. I think there's actually a turn-in quest for these fire beetle eyes, but I'm probably not going to mess with it. These low-level quests, if you're just starting the game, they're nice to make money, but otherwise you'll have so much money from your other characters that they're just pointless. An ash drake. A yellow ash drake. Hello, ash drake. Character models and the enemy models in this game are a highlight. I love them. I always have. Even back when we had the old models, which I'm not using right now. I'm using the new ones, the Luklin ones. Even the old models. I still love the old models, even though they're so square and blocky and all that. But the new models look ridiculously nice. I mean, look at this spider. Here, I'll stop attacking in a second so I'll stop fucking swinging. Doesn't he look cool as hell? They keep updating models, old models with new ones. Some of them aren't updated, some of them are updated from a while ago, and some of them are brand new. So you'll see a lot of inconsistencies. Like this one zone right here used to have an old graphic to it. It was a lot more blocky, a lot more square, you know, straight lines, stuff like that. They redid the entire zone. And now it looks... I'm used to the old one, so I don't think it looks better, but people who don't have nostalgia for the old graphics will probably think this looks infinitely better. And if I'm not being biased, it probably is. It probably is better. I'm just used to the old one. I knew the layout better of the old one, so... because I've been to it about 1,000 times. Dark Elf used to be my favorite character. I probably had 2 mains that were both Dark Elf back in the day. I should mention, if I didn't already, I did play this game from release. From 1999 to about 2003 before I quit. And I'm coming back to it just recently. A lot of new stuff added. Like the mercs. Didn't used to be mercs. Used to be the only people with pets were magicians, necros, enchanters, mainly casters. No one else had a way to get a pet. Now with mercs, you can have basically a pocket healer. Right now I'm using a rogue. Most people use warriors at low level because nothing will kill you fast enough for you to need healing until you get to about the 50s. This game goes up to 90 currently. It's about to get another level cap raise. So if you're going to start out playing this game, get the warrior merc and keep him until about level 50 regardless of what class you pick. He'll add lots of damage, he'll tank like a monster, and nothing will damage him enough to need healing. Later on you're going to switch to a cleric, probably, depending on what class you are. You might keep the warrior if you're already a healer. Just depends. Back to the interface. This is the group window. The only thing in my group right now is my merc, the hired orc. That's his health, his stamina. Invite if I want to invite someone to the group. Disband if I want to leave the group. This is the merc window. These are his stances. Balanced means he has a balanced stance between attacking and defending, is what it says. I don't think they ever defend in any way, so I don't know what the fuck the point of that stance is. Burn is all offense, and passive means he just stands there and watches. I think I've gotten a level, it looks like. Yeah, I'm level 2 now. So stuff's going to start showing up as blue, which means it is level 1, which is a level below me. Attack me in the back, why don't you? Let's see. Auto assist means that I don't have to tell him to attack. He just auto assists. Assist means you assist your current target. If I was in a group and there was a tank, I could target him, click a button for assist, or type /assist, and I would attack his target. That's what assist means. Set active. I don't even know. Oh, that's to change his stance. Set a hotkey. That's for hotkeying his stances. Dismiss means I want to get rid of him permanently. Suspend means I want to get rid of him temporarily and I can bring him back. Set owner means I can I can target someone and he will stay with them instead of me. If I'm in a group and I don't want him following me around like I'm pulling or something, I can set the owner to someone else in the group and he'll stay with them temporarily. And info just tells me about him. He's an orc. Melee damage means he's a rogue. Confidence low, it's because he's so low level. I'm low level, I don't have a choice. Confidence just basically means if he gets low health and he has low confidence, he might run away or stop fighting. Come here, you stupid wolf. Proficiency Journeyman. You won't see proficiency above Journeyman until you get really high level and you do a quest. Don't ever buy the Apprentice Mercs, they're garbage. There's just no point. Always get the Journeyman Mercs until you can get the higher level ones. This is a little description about what he does. He's an assassin, which means he's a rogue. He does lots of melee damage, yada yada. This tells you how much it costs to buy him. This tells you how much it costs to keep him around. Every 15 minutes you have your merc, it costs you money. At level 1, you can get as many mercs as you want and play around with them because they don't cost anything, but as you start leveling up, they'll cost more and more. Whenever you get to the higher levels, like about around 70, they'll start costing something like 30 plat every 15 minutes. You can offset that pretty easily if you're in an area where you can make money by killing. But if you're in an area that doesn't have good drops, that can really start eating into your platinum really quickly. What else? Actions window. Find. It lets you find NPCs in your area. You didn't used to have find. Hell, you didn't even used to have a map. There's the map, by the way. You didn't even used to have a map at all. You just had to explore yourself and memorize the zone to know where to go. That means memorize every left turn, every right turn, every little open area where to go, all that stuff. There was no map. And there was no find NPC button. You just had to know where the NPCs were. That was interesting. Most of these old world zones I'll have mostly memorized. I won't need the map. And I won't use the find much unless I'm in a town and I just don't know where that particular NPC is. I'll show you the find command. Yeah, see, there's no NPCs in here. Normally there'll be a list of NPCs, like it'll say banker, and you click on it, click find, and it'll give you this little glowing trail that you can follow to find the banker, and that will lead you to the bank. There'll be other things like quest NPCs, guild masters, stuff like that. Invite invites people to your party. Disband leaves the party. It's the same as the party window, these two buttons. Camp is how you get out of the game. When you want to camp, you'll either type /camp or you'll click this button and your guy will sit down for a certain amount of time. You have to stay seated for that amount of time, wait for it to run out without getting hit, and then you can leave the game. You can't just leave whenever you want to. Well, I guess technically you can exit the game and it'll drop the game, but your guy will stay in the game for a certain amount of time if you do that. You might get killed during that time. So in other words, it's better to do camp. If you sit down, you'll regenerate your mana and health faster. Later on, people will mostly have mounts, and when you're mounted, it counts as sitting down, so you don't have to use the sit command. You'll just always be regenerating faster. I should mention that when you sit down, you gain aggro. If you're in a group and you have a tank tanking and he's keeping aggro off of everyone else. Okay, I just threw around a lot of terms that I don't know if everyone knows. Tank means it's a player in the game that is keeping the enemies fighting him. I'm assuming anyone that's played an MMO knows what a tank is, but anyways, his job is to keep the enemies on him so they're not hitting other people in the group. And aggro means how much aggro you have is how likely the enemy will attack you. So if I have a ton of aggro in a group, the enemy's probably on me and not anyone else. So the tank's job is to keep the aggro on him, so the enemies are hitting him. I think I've killed everything. I'm just looking for something to hit. I can't find anything. Actually, I could probably go on and go to the next area. I'll do that. But yeah, so let's say there's a tank in the group. He's trying to keep aggro, and you click the sit command to regenerate mana and health. You automatically get a boost in aggro when you do that. So if he doesn't have enough, the mob will instantaneously run over and hit you, get bonus damage because you're sitting down, and the tank has lost aggro and has to get back, so that's bad. Try not to sit down in groups unless you know the tank has aggro. Most classes don't sit down unless they're casters, also, or healers. The tanks and the damage dealers don't usually sit down, so I don't really have to worry about that. What else? Run, walk. There's not really much point. I mean, unless you just want to look cool, you know? There's no real point in switching to walk. Just stay on run. You don't lose stamina when you run. Stamina's for special moves. It's not for running out when you run walk. I do believe you do lose stamina when you swim, though, if I remember right. I'm not sure. This is one of the old graphics, by the way, this bear. That's why he's so blocky. You can see the lines. The geometry, basically. Let me get rid of the mercenary window. Let's see, is there anything else to explain? Oh yeah. Abilities, you just click one of the slots and it'll give you a list of your abilities, and this will allow you to make a hotkey for them. I already have a hotkey for sneak on my bar. It started out that way when I loaded the game. I don't need the ranged hotkey. I don't need the melee attack hotkey. I've got a button on my keyboard for it. I do want a sneak hotkey. Or not sneak, sorry. I do want a hide hotkey. If you right click, you can reset the hotkey to something else. There we go. Now I have the sneak hide combo. Like I said, when you use them both together, they make you invisible to everything. Sneak allows you to be quiet, basically. If you walk behind things, behind their field of vision, like if my merc was an enemy, and I walked behind him like this with sneak on, I would be invisible to him. But if he turned around and saw me, he looked at me, then I would lose that invisibility, and I wouldn't be invisible. Hide makes you invisible as long as you don't move, as long as you stand still. See, the parentheses around my name right now mean I'm invisible, but if I move, I lose that invisibility. Now, if I use sneak and hide together, which only rogue can do, it's the only class in the entire game that can do it. Let's see if I can do it real quick. It should allow me to move around invisible. Maybe it failed. Yeah, I probably don't have enough skill in it yet. Every ability in the game, including hitting, taking hits, dodging hits, casting spells, meditating to get mana back, all the different special skills like kicking and backstabbing and flying kicking, all that stuff has skill rating. And the more you use it, the more skill you get in it. So you see, I just snuck, so I got some sneak skill. Right now my sneak and hide are so low, they're probably not working right. Eventually I'll be able to use both of them at the same time, and be invisible to everything and walk around invisible. It's one of the claims to fame to the rogue class. They're the only ones that can do it. They're also the only ones in the entire game that can backstab, which is basically like a giant-ass melee nuke every 10 seconds or so. Later on, they'll get like double backstabs and triple backstabs and crit backstabs and all kinds of crazy shit. See if there's any other skills I want. Reveal trap I won't need for quite a while. Oops. Open I won't need. Inspect I won't need. Fishing is a trade skill. Sense heading you don't need anymore. It used to be you had to have sense heading skill to tell which direction you were going. You would use the skill and it'd say north down here. You were facing north. Now they've added in this compass, and sense heading is just completely useless now. It has no purpose at all. It is basically a remnant. If you want to, you can raise bind wound skill. You buy bandages, and you use the bind wound skill, and it'll heal you over a certain amount of time for a certain amount of health. Bind wound used to be really nice. Now that you can twink your guys so ridiculously, and there's health potions for getting health back, and there's cleric mercs. There's so many ways that bind wound has become mostly obsolete, it's ridiculous. You can still use it if you feel like it, but it doesn't have that big of a purpose anymore. I'm gonna ignore it. Let's see. I probably shouldn't even loot these little mobs. Stupid orcs in the way, won't let me loot them. Okay, let's see. I need to go north. Where am I? Or I mean south. I need to go south. There should be some more interesting enemies over here for me to fight. These are getting a little low. Should be 3 by now. Yeah, 3. Let's see. Is there anything else to tell you about the interface? This right here is the voice bar. I don't even know why I have it open. I don't usually have it open. I'll remove it later. That's the compass. Tells you which direction you're going. This button right here lets you go to the store. Unlike a lot of free-to-play games, you don't need to go to the store to do things in this game. It just lets you buy fluff items. Items that make you look different, or give you a fluff pet that doesn't do damage, that just looks cool. Or gives you a graphic that floats around you, that gives you like bats that float around you just to look cool, stuff like that. The store in this game is just optional completely. There's no buying new zones in the store, or buying level caps in the store, or, you know, buying useful weapons and stuff like that in the store. It's not really like that in this game. These are not any harder. There's more of them though. Ah, here we go, yellow. As you can see, they have the same graphic, but this one's a decaying skeleton, which means he's lower level. This one's a skeleton. They'll just keep going up in level and getting new names with mostly the same graphic. Sometimes you'll get blood-covered skeletons, sometimes you'll get all-black skeletons, stuff like that. It'll change. Did I turn the attack off? Oh, I did. Oh, that one died. When you've got one targeted and it dies, you lose attack. Your auto attack, you have to turn it back on. I didn't turn it back on accident. Got some piercing skill for my dagger. And I think that's a tomb carver if I remember. It's a pretty crappy dagger by current standards, but it gets the job done at this low level. Let's see. I don't think there's anything else I really... Oh yeah, this will give you the options, the different options in the game. Most of this stuff you can get to through hotkeys. The map I've already shown you. The compass is already up in the middle of the screen. Finds down there in the bottom right in the actions window. Group status window is this window right here. I'm not in a guild right now. A fellowship's kind of like a smaller guild. You can be in a guild and also be in a fellowship of just like, you know, a few friends. And you can teleport to each other and crazy stuff like that. Raid, it's just like any other game. It's a bunch of people that get together to kill a boss or kill a series of bosses or clear out a raid zone. Looking for group, you turn that on when you want to find a group. And people can sort through the looking for group window to find you. Looking for guilds, the same thing except for guilds. Friend ignore list, when you friend someone they'll be on the list. If you ignore them they'll be on the list. This mamba might be too much for me, I might die here. I don't know. We shall see. Wasn't paying attention to his con before I attacked him. Actually, let's go ahead and use this. I think I need to put it in my inventory. Oh, I got the wrong one. No, I'm dead. No, run, run, no! Oh, yeah, I'm dead. Well, there's my first death for you. Not paying attention. I attacked a red like a Dumas at like 30% health. Respawn. I think I'm pounding Greater Pedark. Lovely. Well, you'll get to see Kelethin anyways. It was an accident. I forgot I went over there and bound. Like a Dumas, but oh well. Anyways, that's most of the interface done. And the how to play the game stuff done. So, for now, I'm just going to focus on killing stuff at these low levels. Where did it go? There we go. I'm just going to focus on grinding at these low levels. This game, as it is really grindy, there won't be as much to talk about as other games. So, up to this point, I've just been yapping constantly, explaining the game. But there won't be as much chat from this point forward. At the very least, until I get some party members. Or I have something else to explain, basically. This is Kelethin, by the way. This is my favorite noob zone. As you can see, it's a tree city. Use these elevators to get up into the tree city. and it goes up to these different platforms with houses and NPCs and stuff like that. It was designed really well. Plus, you don't need to zone to get into Kelethin. It's a part of the zone already. Zoning means there's these invisible walls that connect areas. Like, there's one right here to go into Crushbone. You'll walk up to this invisible wall, and then the game will load you into Crushbone. That's a zone. You'll see one eventually. I don't think I've zoned yet. Or actually, when I died, I zoned to get to here. You saw the loading screen. I am going to go over and kill some orcs, because these guys are too easy. This is the starting area for the Wood Elf City. It's basically just like where I was, the Nereak starting area. A bunch of low-level, level 1, level 2 mobs. That's what a noob zone is. This guy right here, the Priest of Discord, he lets you go PvP. It doesn't really matter anymore. It used to be kind of cool. You could turn your name red. You could only get buffs and cast spells on and get items from other reds on the server. And you could also attack and try to kill other reds on the server. It wasn't overly used. It was pretty rare that you'd see red names, but it was a nice little feature. Now it's just pretty much dead. It has no purpose anymore at all. Did I go the wrong way? I think it's over here. Let's check real quick. No, I was going the right way. I just didn't go far enough. There it is. This is they call it the Orc Lift because this side leads to Crushbone, which is an Orc dungeon. I think I'll do that for my first dungeon whenever I get to the right level, and we'll explore Crushbone. For now, I'm going to kill the Orcs outside of Crushbone. These will be my first kill-on-sight mobs, which means if I get in range of them, they will try to kill me. And if they have friends around, they will help each other. In other words, if there's an orc here and an orc here, and I attack one of them, the other one will come running to help him and try to kill me. So I gotta be careful, not to pull too many. And I am gonna start using my potions. The only potions I carry around on low levels are damage shield potions and sow potions. Damage shield is a buff you cast on someone. In this case, I'm casting it on myself. And when something attacks me, they take damage for attacking me. So every time they hit me doing damage, they'll take damage back. A set amount of damage back. Which is awesome for low levels. And sow is another buff you can cast on people. In this case, it's a potion. I'll be casting it on myself. Here's our first KOS orc. Actually, 2 KOS orcs. Came running in to attack me. These are pawns. They're the easiest of the orcs. That's why they're blue. I shouldn't have much trouble with them. Anyways, sow is another buff that you can cast on other people. In this case, it's a potion, so I'm casting it on myself. And what sow does is it speeds up your run speed. It speeds up how fast I move across the map. I haven't used it yet because I'm pretty sure I had it up at the start of the video. But I haven't reused it yet because I'm not really traveling. Ooh, a Centurion. Ooh, a red Centurion. Shit. Okay, what is this? Oh, fuck, a red again. Okay, I need to use a potion. Badly. Come on. Looks like he interrupted me. There we go. Okay, I should be good now. The potion, or the damage shield should just annihilate him. Without damage shields, low levels can get really tedious, because everything will die extremely quickly. You don't hit very often, and you don't hit very hard. So, you're not doing enough damage to kill things quickly. See, you'll see a difference between how fast he was dying a minute ago when he was hitting me and taking damage shield damage. That's the damage shield right there. And now when I'm just trying to do damage without the damage shield, he'll die a lot slower because he'll get a lot of misses, won't do much damage. It can be painful. My suggestion is to either bum a damage shield from a magician or a druid. In other words, find a high-level magician or druid and ask for a damage shield. Or buy these potions right here. I'm relying on the potions because I don't want to have to keep going back to town to try to find a magician or druid. Okay, that's new. An Arborean sapling. That didn't used to be here. Huh. I don't know what that's for. Anyways, I'm going to kill some more Centurion. Oh wait, let's get my Merc back up. There we go. Now I'm going to kill some more Centurions. I could ignore the Merc. He is taking up EXP just being in the party. But I wanted to show off Mercs, and also I wanted to try this particular Merc. I've never played him, or never tried him before. And it appears his damage is more or less terrible. Which makes sense, he's only level 3, so I'm probably better off without him. Like I said, he eats into the EXP, and he's not adding a proportional amount of use to the amount of EXP he's taking. So he probably has no purpose, but oh well. Should have figured out what level I get backstab at. I think it's like 8. Don't quote me on that though. When you get new skills, you have to go to one of your guild masters and train at least 1 point into this guild to unlock it. So I won't have backstab till I find a rogue guild master. And we found a worn greatstaff. This is a two-handed blunt weapon with terrible stats. Of course, everything has terrible stats at this level, but still. Large widow. I think these things poison, actually. Yeah, these poison, which is a pain in the ass. Poison will just slowly drain your health. And it has a timer. You have to wait for it to go away, or you have to be able to cure it. I can't cure poison, obviously. Only priests can cure poison, so I just have to deal with it. See, there's the icon right there. Weak poison. It's got 44 seconds on it. Actually low health right now, so I think I'm going to hide. Oh, pfft. This guy just snuck up on me and fucked that idea up. I was going to hide, sit down, and wait for the poison to go away, but this guy ganked me, basically. Luckily, he is very much dead. What the hell is that? Orc head. Okay, that's new also. One of the big quests back in the day used to be killing orcs for their belts. I failed to hide myself. Lovely. It used to be killing orcs for their belts, and then you'd go back to Kelethin and turn in the belts, and you'd get a decent chunk of EXP and money, which is nice. I don't know if I'll be doing that. Like I said, I don't really need money because I have high levels. And I don't really need the little bit of EXP because it's probably faster to just stay out here killing things than it is to go back to town and turn it in. So, plus, now that I think about it, Kelethin, like I said earlier, I'm of Inno Rook. Kelethin's goody-goody, so they fucking hate me. So I probably can't do the quest anyways, now that I think about it. I have failed to hide myself. I'm gonna make a, let's see, make an executive decision and get these over here. Let's see, was there any other skills I needed to level up? Bind wound, I don't care. Since setting is pointless, like I said. I don't even know if I can level up reveal trap or not without actually having a trap to reveal. Anyways, I'm going to put these ones that I want to level up on my hotbar. And when I press the key 1 on the keyboard and 2 and 3, it will cast these. So basically when I'm not doing anything, I'm just going to spam these to... Oh, my bad. I meant to put that over there. I'm just going to spam these 1, 2, and 3 keys. And it'll use these abilities over and over again, and that'll give me skill. Like right now I'm not doing anything else. So just for now I'm going to keep pressing these buttons. You'll see these go in and out, and I'll get skill from pressing them while I wait for my health to come back up. Used to be health regenerated out of combat amazingly slowly. Unimaginably slowly. If you didn't have some kind of way to increase your health or mana regen, it took an extremely long time. Now they've added a ton of out of combat regen. I don't know how long ago they did it. It was probably a few expansions ago. But now your health regenerates ridiculously quickly out of combat, so it makes things a lot faster. It used to be if you ran completely out of mana and you didn't have mana regen, and let's say you were level 30 plus, you actually had a sizable amount of mana, it could take like 5 minutes just to regenerate your mana. Or more, depending on how much mana you have. A ridiculous amount of time. Now even at high level it takes maybe a minute, if I had to guess. It's pretty fast. Okay, my health is back up. Let's kill some more orcs. This right here is a camp of several. I am at full health. I might be able to take them with the damage shield. I don't know, though. 3 is asking a lot. And they're all yellow, too, which means they're all higher level than I am, which means they'll all hit me often, and I won't hit them very often. I think 3 is a bit much. I'll try for 2 to see if I can do 2. There's 2 right there. Let's see, yellow. Good, yellow, yellow. Okay, I'll try these 2 at the same time. And this one's got a weapon. He's got a spear. Oh, shit. Okay, well, we got an ad. Shit, we got 2 ads. Okay, that's not good. That is thoroughly bad. I'm gonna try and spread my damage around. There goes my merc. Nice. He has low confidence. He took damage, so he ran. That's basically all that happened there. I need to make sure I get 1 hit in on each enemy, otherwise my damage shield will kill them and I won't get any EXP for it. I'm getting way too many ads. I should have been paying attention. Give me that back one. Yeah, I'm gonna die before I can even kill anymore. Okay, never mind. I got 3 of them. That's not bad. I gotta respawn now, though, because I'm dead, sadly. And I lost my buff. I gotta redo the buff. Again, sadly, because I died like a retard. I wasn't paying attention. You'll hear a lot of me talking about pulling in this game. A lot of games you can't pull because mobs are set to a certain location. And if you try to pull them away from that location, they'll just ignore you and leash back to where they started at. In this game, nothing is like that. I can take a mob from this far into the zone right here. Let's say there's a firefly right here and I hit it once. If I run all the fucking hell way, all the way over here to the other edge of the zone, that firefly will follow me from that starting location all the way across the zone until he catches up to me. They don't give up, in other words, in this game. They don't go away on their own. You have to kill them or leave the zone to get rid of them. So pulling is, let's say that same firefly that's right here, let's say I want to attack it once and pull it to my group so they can kill it. Let's say my group's camped over here at Crushbone. I will attack the mob here, I'll run back over here, and it will follow me over to where the group is. That's pulling. That's bringing the mob to some other place. So over here when I get back to the Orcs, which is this way, I'm going to attack one and then pull it away to a safe area and fight them there. Instead of fighting where I just fought, in the middle of their camp. I shouldn't have done that. That was stupid. Wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. Where's the orc lift? Should be right. There it is. This is the opposite side of Kelethin. If you take this lift, it takes you back up to the Tree City on the other edge of town. Right there. I think I'm going to leave the Merc out. Suspend him. Because he's more or less useless at this point. His damage is too low. And if he gets attacked by anything, he just runs away. So there's not much point in having him. I'm going to go ahead and get my potion back up. Actually, it was this one. You can get some other potions if you want to. You don't really need them for this low level, like potions that add health total, and potions that add health mana regen, and healing potions, and haste potions, all kinds of shit. Like I said, you don't really need any of those, though. Now, shamans are irritating. They'll cast spells. They'll dot you up. A dot is a damage over time spell. You'll get a buff icon up here, and you'll take a certain amount of damage every few seconds. Usually it's between 4 and 6 seconds. So let's say he puts Poison Bolt on me. Every 4 seconds I'll take a set amount of damage until the buff wears, or until the debuff wears off. It's painful because it's guaranteed damage. Whereas enemy monsters have a chance to hit or miss. Dots always hit. That once they're on you, that damage is guaranteed. He just tried to nuke me. He succeeded. He nuked me for 26 damage. Anyways, I'm going to get him away from these guys if I can. Looks like he just nuked me again, or tried to. No, I resisted it. If you resist a spell, you don't take the damage from it, you don't get debuffed by it, etc. He's nuked me twice so far. See, this is why I don't like fighting casters. I probably shouldn't have fucked with this guy. His, all the time he spends nuking me, like he's doing it again right now, he's about to put a dot on me. There's the dot. All the time he spends nuking me, he's not meleeing me. When he's not meleeing me, he's not taking damage from the damage shield. So I need to stay away from the shaman. Anyways, I'm going to cut it till I walk back again. Okay, let's try and be less fail this time. That way I'm not wasting these fucking potions. These potions are really low level, so they're not that expensive, but still. And I got a ton of them. I ended up getting like 50 of them or something like that. What con are you? You are yellow. That is perfect. Sometimes you'll get this in Everquest where the mob will walk through trees or boulders or stuff like that, and you won't be able to hit them until they come out the other side. It's just a quirk of the game. Also, sometimes you'll want to hit something, but the server will lag a little bit, and the mob will be farther ahead than you're seeing it. In other words, I'll walk up to it like this and try to hit it, but the mob is actually up here. I'm just seeing it as being back here, so you won't be able to attack it. Just another quirk of the game. I'm not going to attack spiders. I don't want to get poisoned. And I'm going to avoid that shaman. Where'd he go? Oh, it looks like he's a wanderer. Huh. Okay, let's see how many are down here. There's usually one in this tent right here, I believe. No, maybe I'm wrong. Okay, let's attack these two right here. After I get full health. Let's see. Failed to hide myself. I am quiet as a herd of running elephants. Lovely. That means my hide sucks and my sneak sucks. Which isn't exactly surprising. There we go. Okay, I'm going to grab these two and pull them away a bit. Come on. Come over here, please. You'll hear me say wanderer or patrol. It means the same thing. It means something that doesn't spawn in one spot and stay there. These two that I'm fighting right here, they spawn in the spot I just took them from, and they stay there forever unless you attack them. That's a static spawn. Wanderers and patrols are not static. They move around. They don't stay in their spawn point. I believe that shaman that I killed earlier was a wanderer because he's not where he was before. So if he jumps me, it's because he's patrolling around and I just happen to walk into his area. That's 2 yellows down, thanks to my damage shield. I don't think I've seen any belts yet, which is weird. Maybe the belts only come from inside Crushbone, I don't remember. Alright, well that's it for episode 1. In episode 2, I will kill more orcs and get into Crushbone, the dungeon, and explore it. Try to kill as many named in Crushbone as I can, and just generally get into trouble. See you guys next time.